We're exploring all things chocolate. What's your favorite flavor? Is it tequila and chocolate, or how about guacamole and chocolate? We'll find out coming up.
From Tampa Bay's #1 news station, this is the Fox 13 5 o'clock news.
All right, how about some chocolate to kick off the weekend? Lots of chocolate. The owner of this chocolate factory in Tampa is an Army veteran with a great story. Fox 13 Stef DiPietrantonio is there. All right, first it was coffee, which that's #1 favorite, Steph. Now you're in #2. How many chocolates have you sampled by now? Because I know it's got to be quite a few.
Not enough, Chip, but I will certainly try to do something for you if I can. Chocolate and coffee, two of my favorites. You know what I love about this story? You got Army veteran right here, Archie Bourne, 14 years, military intel. He's just about done with his service, and we thank you for that, by the way. And as many of our servicemen and women ask, what now? So we're going to show you how he went from handling military secrets to handling this gooey goodness. And I don't know if you've ever tried working with chocolate at home, but my mom used to make Buckeyes, which were peanut butter balls dipped in chocolate. And the chocolate, you know, can really seize up on you. So we're going to show you how he's getting it done. Plus, you're going to meet two local men who combined probably the last thing you might think on earth with chocolate. Yes, with chocolate. We're going to show you that, Chip, coming up in just a bit.
All right, thanks, buddy. I'm not working with chocolate unless you're talking about unwrapping it. So that's about the extent of it. Thanks, bub.
I'm Archie Bourne with Schakolad Chocolate Factory. You're watching Fox 13 5 o'clock news.
All right, and would you believe that this career military intelligence officer knew nothing about running a chocolate factory or even working with chocolate? So this is a bold move, but he still thought it could be his dream job. And now his chocolatey creations are not only good, they are winning him awards.
And Stef DiPietrantonio has his sweet success story, and it certainly is pretty sweet. He's getting all kinds of acknowledgement, Stef.
You know it, Denise and Chip. You know, I just need to find a way just to prop myself right below this dark chocolate fountain.
And just
look
drink,
at that.
right?
It doesn't get any better than that on a Friday. You know, it's just loaded with all that good caffeine and tastes yummy. It smells heavenly in here. We're with Archie Bourne, the Bourne, I want to say the Bourne supremacy, but you got the Bourne secrets here of making good chocolate. From military service to now, your tequila-infused chocolate. That got you some awards last week, didn't it?
Well, last week we had the Tampa Bay business owners, and it was Christmas in July with tequila. So it's like, all right, how can we introduce something new to them to, you know, spice it up a little bit? So with the tequila, it was just an excellent flavor to add to it.
And I know Dr. Joe raves about your amaretto Italian chocolate right there. What's different about that? It has something gooey inside, right?
It's a ganache. So it's a very heavy whipping cream, but just the flavor of it stays on their palate for about 3 to 5 minutes. I have people eating it, and then as they're walking away, they turn around and they're like, oh my gosh, I'm in heaven.
So all your years in the military, and suddenly you start deciding, what can I combine with chocolate? This looks like a pepper, right? And what have you got inside this?
It's actually cayenne pepper. It's a molded item, so it's not really a pepper, but we add some cayenne pepper into it. It tastes sweetness, and then all of a sudden, about 5-10 seconds later, it'll hit you right there in the throat.
It just did? It's got a little kick in there.
It does. It does. Very
That's
popular.
Awesome. So, you know, how is it now that you're transitioning out of the military? So many of our men and women think, what am I going to do when I get done? You decided, how'd you find this place?
Actually, I just Googled businesses for sale here in Tampa. I'm a dreamer. And coming out of the military, you know, I always wanted the best for myself. And thank goodness to the military, it gave me that encouragement to push myself. And when I came home, found chocolate, how sweet of a business it could be, and here we are today.
Archie, awesome story. I love the story, how you did it. And coming up, we're going to meet two local men who are going to join us here where they took chocolate you won't believe, coming up in just a few.
All right, thanks, buddy. Can he do anything with chocolate and bourbon? If you could just check on that for me.
I'll check on that for you, Chip and Denise.
That would be award-winning.
My son came in with my wife and looked over and said, "Daddy."
Well, that's one proud papa whose face greets you at the Whole Foods in Tampa as you walk in the front door. He is part of a local two-man team who created a chocolate and guacamole dip in a store-wide contest, and now it's going global. And Steph, chocolate, of course, is good with a lot of foods. I never considered avocado, though.
It is, Denise. You know, it's the last thing I thought about, too. But, you know, Curtis Whitwam here is one half of that team that created this gooey, chocolatey, guacamole-y. I'm not sure that's a word, Curtis, but we're going to go with it. It's a new dip, and it's creating quite a sensation. Let's hear what his other half of this team, Justin, had to say about it.
I was thinking, okay, you know, a lot of times there isn't desserts, you know, for vegans. So what would be a good way to incorporate a dessert for people who, you know, want to eat raw, organic food? Surprisingly enough, it's really big in South America. Brazil, they do a lot of chocolate avocados, like mousses and dips. So we kind of took our own little spin on it and added dates to it to make it a health starts here. There's no actual sugar or salts added to it that are refined.
I'm going to be honest with you, Justin. When I saw the words avocado and chocolate together, I was a little grossed out.
Yeah, exactly. But it's actually the norm in South America. That's not too strange. I remember when we went to Austin to actually do the dip, one of the chefs there that was judging was like, hey, I already make this, but a different way, you know?
All right, so we've heard from Justin. Let's hear what Archie has to say. Take a little taste test there at the dip. I know you had some reaction initially. And Curtis, you know, eating healthier, this doesn't sound like healthy eating, but it's pretty guilt-free, right?
Absolutely. This recipe is made using all whole, fresh, quality ingredients. We made this without using any refined sugars. It's 100% sweetened with fruit. It's made fresh in-house at Whole Foods Market, and you can pick it up in the produce department. And this is all part of our Health Starts Here Healthy Eating program, where we support people to make healthy choices and healthy changes with tips and recipes and classes and store tours. So we've got a lot going on.
You know, when it's this hot out and you're combining guacamole, which does have kind of a high good fat in it, right? Is this something that's going to kind of clog us up, or is it going to be a nice, healthy, and fresh for our body?
Well, one of the things that we emphasize with our Health Starts Here program is getting healthy fat. And you want to get that fat from whole nutrient-dense sources like avocados and nuts and seeds. And this is a perfect way to twist that into a nice sweet treat. So,
all right, let's get the reaction. Archie, your thoughts?
You know, as chocolatier, we're always trying to find that right texture, that right flavor. And this has a very nice fruity flavor. And knowing that it's healthy for you, you can't go wrong, can you? You have the best of both worlds, chocolate and fruit.
Sounds like a good endorsement to me. Curtis, Archie, thank you very much. Denise, a sweet way to end the week, right? Even with
Go ahead.
avocado and chocolate.
Yeah, sounds good to me. Steph, thank you so very much.